I don't got a shoot, I got shooters. I know I'm cooler than the cooler. I know this way you keep your alcohol. I know that about it, I'm out the ball. All of my niggas is savages. Mean up the phone like some scavengers. I know that imply I got passengers. I love Jesus Christ and Bible passages. My girl so fly, she have a Merlin. She love the majesty like Merlin. And the balls like a Laker, Irvin. Should've kept it clean like this detergent. Watch the shit out and let the cat up out the bag. I get naked and let the dick out the sack. Let it breathe, get some air. Baby, please, I'm already there. Decadent creamery everywhere. I represent me, it's a love affair. Smelling the trees, it's a buzzing here. Carry down with the team if you weren't prepared. Hey, this is my style. I do it to get some attention. Hey, the car going wild, so I guess I'ma keep on spitting. Nigga, I borrowed your style, but you won't get no honorable mention. I'm rocking it better than you. I'm making retire no pension. I just get the bread at the food. Apply sandwich spread and make it smooth. My movement gon' move, that's the move. The only option not to lose. Hey, never be scared, you ain't prepared. I ain't sorry. Your breezy clearly walk the ass over here. I ain't sorry. Mad cause you think I ran out with your beer. I ain't sorry. You're tripping cause you think I stole your career. I ain't sorry. Hey, you ain't feeling me, no apologies. I ain't sorry. Hey, sorry not sorry. Hey, I ain't sorry. I don't even feel that bad, my nigga. I ain't sorry. Give no fucks about your ass, my nigga. I ain't sorry. You got options, nigga, choose. We keep it poppin' like a tool. Or your bitch pussy hole in my crew. Colder than the ice under a luge. I'm whipping the wheel and I come for the deals. Collect the cartel in the building still. Y'all popping the pills. Ask your girl how it feel with my cock in the grill when I drill for real. Job on numbers on the feeling still. Cause she want us like eyes to sell the wheel. Over killing, she prepared to kill a meal. Crash your plane up the building when it's real. As real as it gets, I'm real.
Oh my goodness. Hey, that was crazy. Did you see how I just exploded the universe? Yo, this is Coffee and Bong Hits. I'm Jesse Sponborg, live from the Brooklyn Bridge, where Steve Brody jumped off in 1886. And some say it was because Bugs Bunny talked him into it. Remember, Bugs Bunny pretended he was the fortune teller and was like, "Would you like your palm read?" And he goes, "Oh, I would." And then Bugs Bunny just took out the paintbrush and hit him up like, "Hey, yo, Anthony, we don't do guests like that, and we don't. Everybody's been arrested by the feds, so that's not really a news story. It sucks you got arrested though. I hope you're okay. Yeah, we try not to focus on Portland here. This is an international show. We have people in India, people in Australia, people in Canada. So we try not to focus on Portland, Oregon that much. Even though I'm stuck here, I don't give a crap what the hell is happening in Portland, Oregon, man. Oh man. I mean, I do. I care. A lot of those people are my friends, but shit, I did that shit 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I fought the same exact fight people are fighting right now, and nobody learned any lesson from it. Nobody learned a lesson from it. Look, so just like I said a little bit ago that we have listeners all over the place, I'd like to remind you, if you're listening to this right now on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, the TuneIn Radio app, I don't know where else. Lots of places. I don't really remember until it's broken and I have to fix it. But if you're listening on a podcast service, go ahead and slide over and leave us a review. That would be really, really nice of you. If you are watching this on the website, which you should be, right? UrbanSurvivorMan.com. We do a lot of branding around here. Damn, look how the Lights going crazy. Okay, you should be consuming this on urbansurvivorman.com, home of the Aloha Wall Walker. That is the best. Everybody's like, oh man, what's the best? It's Aloha Wall Walker. I assure you. That is the #1 silhouette logo in the business. Or you could be listening to this on Gun Music Radio at 10 o'clock at night, West Coast. You can listen to the replay, or you could watch us on the 5XL satellite television. Hopefully you're listening to us right now on the FM channel, which we love. Happy Wednesday, y'all. It is Wednesday, of course. That means it is Dinosaur Wednesday. But check this out. I just got this, before I drop this, look, I just got this email. Hi. On DNA match, I'm coming up as a match with her father-in-law on his paternal side, and match with some other matches who descended from Joseph Palmer, born in 1883 in Essex, England. Whoa. Joseph had no father listed on his baptism records, and I'm looking for other connections that might help me discover who Joseph's father really was. You also match with a cluster that has Palmer ancestors in Australia. Just wondering if you might have family tree built out and how you might be connected to Joseph and Sarah. So I'm going to respond urbansurvivorman.com. I'm just gonna do I have any ancestors from Essex, England? I probably do, actually. I mean, obviously I do because it's in my DNA. DNA don't lie. But that's about the only thing I trust from scientists. Except here's a weird thing. My DNA does kind of lie, because a couple years ago when I first got my DNA, it told me that I had 1% Asian descent in me. I used to spend a lot of time thinking about that 1% Asian guy, how he must have traveled all the way from somewhere to where my ancestors come from, which is England and Ireland. And I'm actually Norwegian, right? But my bloodline, my haplogroup came from England. No, it came from Norway down to England, did some effed up Viking stuff in England and Ireland, and then I'm the descendant of that bloodline. Okay, let me remind everybody real quick off top, whenever I smoke some pot on this show, I'm most likely doing it out of a device from Binger Glass Designs. Also, for anybody who's never watched this show before, we have 2 rules. No cat calling and no coughing. That's it. You can pretty much do anything else you want on this show. You can't be like, hey, sexy mama. You can't do that. And you can't cough because it's a radio show, right? So they asked me, I said, Jessie, how are you going to do a radio show built around smoke and marijuana, which smoke and marijuana makes people cough? I was like, sucker, smoke and marijuana makes you cough. It doesn't make me cough. I've been smoking weed for a long ass time. I quit smoking cigarettes though, and now I only vape. So I got lots of extra lung capacity that I could be cranking out for. Nice. Hey, yo, we're still looking for a vape sponsor. So if anybody wants their vape company to get internationally recognized and boost their SEO like I do with all my rapper friends, like, yay, okay, you're a rapper, you got a Facebook page, you got a Spotify, you got a YouTube page, but where's the reach of that, right? But when I play their song on my show, then I put it in the show notes, and then your information goes everywhere, bro. Amazon, Ghana, India. When I say Amazon, I didn't mean like Jeff Bezos Amazon. I mean the Amazon River, like where an anaconda will eat you. Speaking of anaconda, I got crunk this morning busting some Ice Cube, man. It's so crazy how so I went to bed at 2 a.m. Do you guys know what a white sheet is? I learned about white sheets last night. Oh my God, I wish I could tell you guys everything I got going on. I'll hopefully be able to tell you Friday. Just remember, I told everybody for a long ass time, if I can get the website to freaking work, I'll take over the world and we'll become the #1 most relevant talk show on the planet. We'll do it, right? It's not too lofty of an ambition, and it's definitely within our reach, right? It's just a recipe. You just like, oh man, you bake a cake, there's a recipe to it. Of course, some people got more natural talent, and but if you got the recipe, then you can just do it. You don't have to be the best in the world to have a good life. Or gonna be, because I am. I'm gonna be because I am. Man, wait. Like, this show is cool right now in its form that it exists in, but the truth is that when I was in Kansas City, I had a crew. Like, there was like people that helped me. I had interns. Now, thanks to COVID, it's just me sitting here under the Brooklyn Bridge, just trying to see if I can catch Bugs Bunny tricking anybody into jumping. Shout out to everybody everywhere. I don't know what's going on with the lights. Look, I'm using boop, 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 boop. I bet that works. Let's see. It worked a little. Nope. See, whatever. That's not really my concern. Okay. Oh, shit. You know what I want to do? I wanted to dig into the Derek Chauvin trial. And we're going to do that in just a couple seconds. First, I need to drop our proper partnerships on you guys. Yo, hey, don't forget. You don't need a mullet on your head if you have a mullet in your heart. That's right, sick mullet. Customized fashion, UV polarized eyewear. Get it? Also brought to you by Unblocked. The opposite. That's not our company. They're our enemy. Blocked is our enemy. Unblocked is the cool company. Unblocked. So that is your clue as to the big news that I have coming up on Friday. And trust me, I got a lot of shit going on in my life that I don't have to say I got big news if I don't really have big news, right? If I say big news, I promise it's freaking big news. Let me also remind you guys that standupandfightback.bigcartel.com, standupandfightback.bigcartel. It is the place to be for all your edgy, counterculture, political, fashion options. There you go. That's a good one. And don't forget that I already tell you, urbansurvivorman.com. Oh my gosh, just wait. I'm not going to drop any new content on it right now because I'm banned on Facebook, right? So why do that? Also, hey kids, are you really interested in plastic shoes, but you're terrified that you're going to end up falling in love with them and become the guy that wears them with long pants or the job interviews? Don't worry about that. We got you. Get Fake Crack brand. Fake Crack, right? Fake Crack brand. Can you see the trademark up there? Fake Crack brand, fake cracks, not fake cracks. Get the real fake cracks because they'll break long before you even need it. And let me see. Don't forget about Kush Only. Kush Only is Kansas City's finest purveyor of trays and ashtrays. All the trays. You want a TV tray to roll your weed on? You want a TV tray to put on your other TV tray? Get a Kush Only tray. Get that shit customized. Ashtrays and accessories. Okay, also don't forget about Essential Elements. It's an apothecary located in Selwood, Oregon. It's my go-to place when I'm feeling run down. It's where I go to get my herbs. It's where I bought my pendulum from. Yeah, it's where I send people to go to get their tarot decks, incense. They got Palo Santo. So that's located in Selwood, Oregon with convenient curbside pickup. So, like, nobody there has the coronavirus, though. Do you know how high the energy is in that place? Holy smokes, the energy in that place is like a sanctuary. You know what else is a sanctuary? Don't forget about Flight Lounge. Yo, Flight Lounge is America's premier cannabis-friendly Airbnb with world-class chef Marcus Branch, who has like 3 items on the breakfast menu that are better than anything I've ever eaten in my life. I can't eat them no more, though. I still haven't had meat all of 2021. Like, before that, I haven't been eating meat since, shit, can't call it. It's been months and months. But I messed up one time and ate a chorizo burrito. And I didn't even like that, man. It was like made out of, it's like a chorizo burrito. That's like ground up guts or some shit. Like, people eat that. Like, bro, you eat guts? You eat guts. Buttholes. Pork rinds. Yo, for pork rind, look, if it says it's a pork skin and it's made with real pork, that's not that's not cool, man. That's like real pork. That means it is. What the hell is this? That's funny. So where was I? One last thing. Oh my gosh, wait till I tell you guys the plans on Friday. I can hardly contain myself, like exploding with. So I read a lady last night and she gave me some really, she didn't know I was even reading it. It was somebody I stumbled across on the internet, and it said, build your brands around your life. Shit, that's not what she said. What did she say? Something like that. Build your, it doesn't matter. That means that, like, if you, never mind. Okay. Look, it's 10:20, but the one thing I do want to tell you guys, as I thought of the apothecary and I thought of my spider bites and my mosquito bites, I'm going to tell you guys 2 stories. One time, I was at Lake Harriet and I took some acid. And then the mosquitoes bit me, and then the mosquitoes were on acid. And then the mosquitoes started acting like they were on acid. They started driving vans and listening to fish. But that's a cool story. But the other thing I wanted to show you guys before I dig into this trial is this video. So everybody told me, they said, Jesse, get some peppermint. Peppermint will get rid of bugs. Bugs hate peppermint, right? And I'd totally forgotten that 2 years ago, me and DJ Spark caught a varmint in the coffee plants, right? Because, you know, Hawaii, they got coffee plants. So we caught a varmint, and Spark pepper sprayed this fool right in the face with peppermint, right? That's a real that's a peppermint spray. Just watch. Watch what happened.
Spark just pepper sprayed this guy with peppermint. And now he's rubbing his eyes. Where'd he go? Now he's rubbing his eyes. And yelling, whose streets? Our streets, Luke. He's like, God damn it. Fuck a police. I know how you feel, man. I know how you feel. He's just like, damn. This is the opposite of cool, yo.
All right, that's kind of a long, it's not that long, but it's kind of a long video. If you missed yesterday's conversation about birds, you should go to our YouTube channel and watch it. In fact, yesterday's conversation about birds is probably going to be better than anything that I say for the rest of the day. So you might as well just skip watching this show and go watch yesterday's show. Or what you could do is you could watch this show live, then you can go back and you could watch the other show. And then after that, you could watch Monday's show. All right. So let's dive into this Derek Chauvin trial real quick. Gosh, I hate these people so much. I hate everybody that works on the defense team especially because
displaying his discomfort.
Especially because there's like a spacewalk going on pretty soon. So we're going to switch over. Hey, let me smoke again real quick. Remember, if we're smoking on the show, it is brought to you by Binger Glass Designs. Binger Glass Designs, the purveyor of fine custom glassware and other shit. You can get a custom coffee bong hits bong from Binger Glass Designs by spinning the prize wheel. Yeah, baby. All right. Anyways. Let's dig into this for a minute. This will be the last witness of the day. I heard a lot of cuss words this morning, man. That dude is getting desperate, the defense attorney. And what's crazy, sorry, I should have put a trigger warning on this.
Is that the exchange that you testified to?
The craziest thing about this trial is most of the people that are being put on the witness stand are other cops.
Approximately how long?
So the juxtaposition has one cop
Exchange we just heard.
I believe 6 minutes.
talking shit about the other cop, Derek Chauvin, right? And then the defense attorney having to try to minimize the opinion of the testifying officer to defend the other cops. So this is like cop on cop justice. I don't know what the hell the word I'm looking for is, but yeah, this is cop on cop shit. And it just keeps going. The defense attorney goes, so in your expert opinion, if somebody was calling you a fucking bitch and a pussy bitch and a fucking pussy, do you think that maybe you would take that as a threat? And the cop said, well, it depends on my experience and training. And I was like, oh, cop burn, cop burn, cop burn. Yeah, so cop on cop crime is cool to me, man. Not cop on people crime. So whatever I'm trying to say. Let me hit this real quick. This is why I was hesitant to go to the trial, because it's really it's punctuated moments of action, but other than that, it's not like that exciting. It's easier and better just to let somebody from the news watch it. Like watching it live, what good is that going to do?
Thank you for being here. Did you enjoy the rain last night?
Yes.
A little different than California, right?
Yes. We don't get that much.
Whoa.
Sergeant, I have a few questions first and foremost about your experience. Have you ever previously testified in any court?
Yo, G, I already watched this.
As an expert on the police use.
Why is my life so weird? I already watched this. The dude, when I was sitting in the bathtub listening on CNN on the app, the dude asked him, he said, how's the weather?
Where?
Is California? Raining enough for you? God, my life is so weird. The other day, I had this moment where I was like, oh, I have no clean coffee cups. I'm just going to use a pint glass for my coffee. And then I grabbed the pint glass and walked over to the coffee pot, and there was already a pint glass sitting there because I'd already had that thought in a different dimension, and then it overlapped. You guys probably think I'm losing my mind, but I'm not. I'm finding a couple extra ones. Big difference. All right.
No.
So the training you received to become a police officer, it's primarily conducted by the Los Angeles Police Department, correct?
Yes.
you may have gone to some outside vendor training, but those vendors had to be approved by the Los Angeles Police Department.
I already saw this.
Yes.
Meaning the training.
Look, it says live. It says live. It
side
says
of the
live.
LAPD stuff
Live on the bottom. Live on the side.
consistent with Los
Live
Angeles.
over here, but the motherfuckers live.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay, check this out. It is the
Compliance with California Post.
Okay. Now you would.
Let's watch this for 2 minutes, because he's about to say something cool.
Their policies, correct?
Correct.
And the policies of every police department are going to be different to some degree.
To some degree, yes.
He said he's going to say they all follow the
Some
same
police
training,
departments may
the original training.
authorize
Watch.
a particular form of force, while others don't, correct?
To a certain extent, yes.
And that is a question of the reasonableness of that type of force. One department may
Reasonableness?
say this is not a reasonable use of force, and another department may say this is a reasonable use of force.
Based on my training experience, every agency that I've seen based their use of force policy on Graham versus Connor, so it's pretty standard.
Told you.
Right. But in terms of the actual tactics of the use of force, right? So a department may authorize.
This dude's getting clowned right now, but check this out. I bet if we come back from a break, we will be able to. I bet when we come back from a break, we'll be able to
And thus they're both uses of force.
catch up with this guy. He
and
goes,
uses of force.
fucking
And the
pussy.
Instruments to use that
When he calls him a pussy bitch. Like, I love that because it's on CNN. If your family's watching CNN, that means your kid just heard somebody call somebody else a pussy bitch. And don't forget, every day at 10:35 a.m., I dig out a video from one of my homies, and then I show it to the world. So today at 10:35, I don't even know who we're going to have today.
Reasonable mind.
It's usually something I come up with at the last minute. But let me stop this for a second and do
The Los
this.
Angeles Police Department in terms of their tactics, correct?
Yes, sir.
So when you talk about your training experience,
Um,
are you doing it from?
So today is my dear friend Sarah's birthday, and I think that the best thing that we could give her would be to sing her happy birthday. Psych. Like I'm a sucker.
by the Minneapolis.
Like I'm some freaking goober at the pizza parlor or the bowling alley. Okay, come on, guys. You know who's the real sucker? Is the guy at the end. That goes, and many more. If you're that dude, get a life, man. I ain't trying to judge you, but man, dude.
Correct?
Yes.
Received video cameras.
No, you're just sitting there
And
waiting.
you
Just
received
happy birthday to you. Happy
materials
birthday to you.
within
Birthday to the baby. Happy birthday to you.
also,
He's like,
contained like video
blam, and you got to get it in before anybody else does, because there might be more than one
as part of the training.
dork at the party, right? Like there's like 4 dudes. It's like ladies when the bride throws the garter belt, all those ladies are elbowing each other to get the garter belt so they can try to get hitched next. That's what people who say many more, or the ones that go cha cha cha.
Exercises, scenario-based trainings. Did you see all of those?
So look, for my dear friend Sarah's birthday, what I want you to do is I want you to go subscribe to her.
Okay. So you've not seen.
I want you to go subscribe to her podcast, right? Her podcast is called What the F is Ladylike?
Is in fact,
And her peach of a daughter
form your opinions in this, right?
have some really good conversations and talk some stuff out that doesn't necessarily relate to skinning or hunting animals or building a new roof. But if you're a girl, I bet you're gonna like that stuff, because I'm a dude and I can listen to it and I don't even understand half of it. I'm still trying to figure out if I am at risk for toxic shock syndrome. I learned my lesson about prying into women's affairs when I was a little kid. Before the days of phones, you just had to sit on the toilet and read the tampon wrapper, right? And then I was just like, it's all forbidden. Like, bro, you can't just read the enclosed information in a tampon box. You know, like Indiana Jones.
And
open it up and
in
it's
your written
toxic
report,
shock
you
syndrome. I closed it and I put it away and I washed my hands, of course,
and
and
you
bailed out of there.
made an exhibit.
And for the rest of my life, man, toxic shock syndrome has been like my final destination.
Now, would you agree that
That's why I don't have a TV in my house. I keep thinking that lady from The Ring is going to come out of my TV and give me toxic shock syndrome. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But I do know who Red Panda is. And if Red Panda's on, that means it's the bottom of the hour. Let's call it halftime. So if you listen to this on a podcast device, on a podcast service, you won't be able to see Red Panda. So I'm going to tell you what's going on. It's a wonderful lady. She rides a unicycle. A regular unicycle? No, not a regular unicycle. The lady rides a tall ass unicycle. And she flips bowls from her feet to her head. Here's the craziest part. On top of all of that, she doesn't wear a helmet.
Training materials or items to review.
Okay, so what I want you guys to do, if I forgot, I might have pulled that banner before you guys. So what the F is ladylike? Go download it,
Would you dispute that?
upload it, side load it.
Look at it, but yeah, I would.
What other kind of loadeds are there? Exploded.
In addition to your analysis.
Yeah, right.
And relying on right? Your own
No way.
experience as a police
Shit.
officer, right?
Correct.
Your experiences.
Oh, man.
of peer
Stop
review,
everything. Okay.
police department. in your,
Okay. Let me take this off.
investigation.
I'm a little panicky because I just saw Jan Psaki. And y'all know I'm kind of sweet on Jen Psaki right now.
The state of Minnesota.
So, but rules are rules. Red Panda.
I believe that you met with prosecutors.
Blam.
conversed with
Every time Red Panda comes through. The craziest thing about that, sometimes I like to remind us, the craziest thing about Red Panda coming through like that is every time we watch that, her spirit has to return to that moment. And the spirits of all those people have to return to that dimension, that finite moment in time and space where they're locked in, right? Remember that your mind is infinite, but your brain is extremely finite. Your brain's like a mailbox or something. It's located at a particular location, right? Latitude, longitude. And if you had a moment, a punctuated moment, there was a temperature, there was a wind speed, there was a barometric pressure, your pulse was a certain way, your vision was dialed in, you had a certain amount of water weight, right? Everything is very finite and can be dialed in, right? And so take your infinite mind and bounce it around. Go to this place, go to that place. But my point is that every time we watch that Red Panda video, Red Panda has to go back to that moment, right? She has to go.
No, we had a brief conversation, but no trial prep.
It's crazy. Okay.
You and I have never met or spoke, right?
Correct.
Oh my gosh, hold on.
But you're aware that prosecutors give me summaries of those meetings.
Yes.
Damn it. So he's gonna say to this
Also
dude,
testified yesterday that in your role,
he's gonna say, did you watch the videos? And he's gonna fumble with his words a bunch and embarrass himself again. I remember thinking, God, this guy's a noodle head.
Thank you.
You've
reviewed thousands of use of force cases, right?
Yes.
And it's fair to say that those cases range in terms of the use of force.
I can't stand this guy. Okay, look. But somewhere later he's gonna call him. He's gonna say, "Would you be threatened if somebody called you a fucking pussy bitch?" Okay, look. So I guess it's no secret now that I kind of have a soft spot for the president's press secretary, Jane Psaki, right? So here's the thing, man. It's cool, but it's not cool, right? Like, it's cool to be like, man, I think the
processing more efficient and effective.
president's press secretary is a strong speaker. Wait, Cinderella, where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, I gotta go grab her ballpoint pen and see if it matches her calluses. Like, are you the one? Damn. And then they just leave it hanging. No music, no. Nothing. They just whatever. Okay. Peep game. Let's switch it up real quick. Watch. You think I only had one speed? This is a 4-speed. We can really crank it up. We went from the courtroom to the podium. Now you're like, what's a natural progression? I got you. In case you were wondering, I got you. Like, I'll give you 3, 2, 1 second to figure it out. And then I'm going to just hit them with the what? Hold on, man. Hit them with the what? Man, it's supposed to be dynamic. There we go. Wham. Hit them with the spacewalk. Like, how high do you get on your show? Bro, we get so high that we start thinking we're watching spacewalks. I wonder how they figured out who's going to be the attorney in that Derek Chauvin trial. I mean, that's a hard-ass case to win. Except that you have a history of like almost no cops ever being indicted, so you do have a lot of momentum on your side. But I don't know. Let's hope there's some justice, because all it's going to take is one juror to be like, no, he needed to do that, and the dude walks. And if the dude walks, if they Rodney King him. If they Rodney King the dude, and I can't see people's comments today. Because trying to keep focused, right? Reading comments is just one extra distraction. So I'm trying to see if I can stay in the zone today. But when Mark Furman, when they were acquitted of the beating of Rodney King, that shit was so crazy to me. I was like 18 years old, I think. And I knew that day, I was like, someday when I grow up, I want to be a rioter. I want to wild out. I never broke a window. I don't know if I've ever broke a window my whole life, as a matter of fact. Damn, I hope I didn't just jinx myself right there. Okay, look, let's check out my Twitter real quick, because I feel like maybe there's something going on in the world that I'm missing. So let's just check it real quick. Now, or I guess we could just keep watching the spacewalk. That is pretty dope. But I think there's value in my Twitter. So let me do this. Stop that screen. Let me bring up another screen for you guys. Boop, 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 boop. All right, now it's time for my news, not your news, because frankly, sir, your news usually sucks. Our weather's better too. If we have Pauly Tink today, that would be the move. Don't forget, Pauly Tink. I don't know, he's doing some shit. Go find him on Instagram. I seen it. I can't remember what it is. It's part of the Fake 4 tour. Anyways, don't forget at the end of our show. I always say don't forget too much. Okay, guess what? Next week, we're not going to say don't forget at all. Watch, it'll be a challenge. Every time I say, okay, starting next week, every time I say don't forget, I'm going to put a quarter in the swear jar. and then spend it. So look, hey, here's my point about Jen Psaki, yo. Like, that's cool, that's cute. That I have a crush on her. It's not that I necessarily have a crush on her because she's a mouthpiece for the empire, right? She speaks for the oligarchs, and the people that are in generational power, right? Like, look, just because Joe Biden was the vice president, now he's the president, right? That's why Joe Biden became the president, right? That's why all of the Democrats rallied like it was the damn Avengers Endgame movie so that they could overthrow Bernie, right? Because what's the difference, man? Hillary was trying to run, Bill ran. Hey, look, don't be surprised if Michelle Obama ends up being the next president, right? They just keep it in the house while we got us out here in the streets just starving. Fools are beasting but not feasting. I'm yelling, fuck the police then. Oh, man, y'all know what's going on with baseball? Hold on, but this isn't a good look because it's too small. So let me switch screens. I'll go small, put the tweets up big. There we go. Hey, Mike Ackers, the first tweet of the day. I'm gonna skip. Oh my gosh. Shaq saw a man buying an engagement ring, so he decided to pay for it. Hey, wait till Shaq comes and takes your wife too. Oh, look, a lot of people got love for Shaq. Let's keep it moving though. This is only an hour show. Damn, I follow dumb shit on Twitter sometimes. Video captured an officer pushing her to the ground before hitting her in the head with his baton. There's a settlement. They're not going to probably say how much the settlement is. Keep it moving. I'm sorry, man. Look, if you're listening to this podcast right now, you're probably like, yo, Jesse, this is the most boring shit ever. And I know it was 10 seconds of shit. I figured if I stop talking for a minute, it'll give your brain to catch up on all the crazy shit that I already said. It's got to be exhausting, like mentally exhausting to try to figure out every reference while I just ADD all over the walls like a damn racquetball club. It was two dudes just smashing around, but that's really what my brain is like, man. You ever catch bees in a jar? Hold on, man. You ever catch bees in a jar and like you got a clear jar and you sneak up on the flower and you catch a bee and you put the lid on it and then you end up at the end of the day you got like 20 bees and I don't know, some potato bugs that you thought were going to fight the bees. And you just got this whole jar, right? And you just shake them up. That's my brain. That is my freaking brain. There's just all these bees just buzzing at the top of the little holes that I poked with a steak knife so that the little air could exchange, and you just hear that is my brain. But it usually works out good and we get honey out of it, right? Long live the hive. Okay, let's keep pushing on the Okay, where was I? Oh, sorry. Had to find the right screen, or else, see, that was going to happen. I got the wrong screen. Now I got the right screen. Sorry, I forget sometimes that a lot of you might forget that I actually record the show live, right? I guess I should remind you guys is what I mean is that I don't just sit in a room. I don't just sit in a room and record this show for the podcast version or for the radio version. I actually have like a handful of friends that hang out and talk shit with me live on the website. And that's why I tell you guys, if you listen to the podcast, go watch and participate live. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's futuristic to me that it's possible, but yeah. Okay. Let's see. You know what? I always leave. So it's another thing you don't see if you listen to this in the podcast form is that, oftentimes I'll be scrolling and I'll leave the dumbest photo up, but have a really good idea. And then that's when, like, who cares? But I guess that's the thing. To ensure the safety of all guests and team members and the fair distribution of high demand items, all MLB, NBA, NFL, and Pokemon cards, 1999 and above, will only be sold on Fridays at 8 a.m. on first come, first served basis. Damn, the nerds are out of control. But it's a collector's market right now. I don't even want to start talking about NFTs. I don't know if you guys are messing with NFTs yet, but NFTs are the future. And you know who you should be talking to about NFTs, man? You should be talking to Dirty Digital every Sunday, or just on the website on Unblocked. You could go right now. I'm pretty sure you could go right now to urbansurvivorman.com/unblocked and find the interview that Dirty did with Don Bishop Aguilar. And that's fire. He shows him how to set up his MetaMask wallet. And check this out. Here's a hot tip without being able to tell you too much of what's going on. Look at my hand. That's not even an illusion. That is what my hand is really like. Whoa, shit. Finally, I'm reaching my final form. Okay, now will be a good time to get a MetaMask wallet. It's not hard. Write down your seed phrase. Go get it. Trust me, there's big shit popping, little shit stopping. I told you guys, remember, I told you guys, I said when I get the website fixed, which took me months. It took me months. I know that sounds ridiculous in 2021 that it could take months to troubleshoot a problem with the website. And honestly, it didn't even have nothing to do with troubleshooting, man. The universe just changed. I was trapped in this dimension like the three bad guys on Superman 2, where they're just stuck in that invisible cube like mimes. That was me. I was stuck in an invisible prison in a parallel universe where I couldn't get one option in YouTube to save. When I changed the embedding option, it just wouldn't work. I wrote YouTube letters. They thought I was a debt collector. I went to every corner of Reddit. Wouldn't recommend it. I went into every podcast and live streaming group and was like, yo, here's the problem. And they acted like I was like, what's a really underspoken language? They acted like I was speaking a dialect of Mandarin that is only spoken in one tiny province on the very tip of a cliff that has a waterfall on each side. But the waterfalls are so high that they just pour off and evaporate before they even hit the ground. So even though there's a waterfall, you don't see it at the bottom, right? That level of rare Mandarin. Where was I even going, bro? I am high. Man, smoking weed sometimes is like when you've been caught speeding. You're already speeding. You might as well go faster now. They're after you. Boom. Okay, so what was your homework for tomorrow? Go get a MetaMask wallet. That's your homework for today. I mean, so that you'll be prepared tomorrow. So you don't have a surprise look on your face. Look at these nerds. I think that's what I was about to do, is talk shit about these guys, man. But this shit's just money, right? Like, they released it to Target 1999. Some tweaker dude is standing there at like 4 a.m. He's going to get it. He's going to put it on a Facebook marketplace for whatever, $29.99. Get that fat $10 come up, and then shoplift while he's there. When my kid was little, we used to have to deal with these people, man. And here's the thing: when my kid was little, I was not the nice person that I am right now. Right, so we would go to the toy store, and there would be some collector style dude in front of me with his ass crack hanging out his pants, bending down to buy the last toy or the last whatever. And I'd be like, "Hey, G, no, you're gonna have to come out one of those for the kid." You got a problem with that, do you? Damn. That was 20 years ago. So I imagine that the descendants of those people are now, no, never mind. Those people aren't making babies. Those people are not having kids. Those people aren't getting laid. That's why they're buying rare Legos. Anyways, fuck, I'm rambling. Where was I? Let's go back to the screen. Boop, 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 bing, bing. All right. Whoa. That's a crazy tweet. Man, Twitter is hardcore. Twitter is hardcore. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Here's a good tweet. I would rather have a Congress of sex workers, bartenders, and plumbers than a Congress of millionaires. Man, ain't that the effing truth? Let's keep pushing because there's only like 5 minutes left in the show. Oh, can I finally make my point about Jen Psaki? Can I finally make that so I don't leave any stone unturned in clarification? The fact that she's going to be on TV every day, and the fact that I'm on the radio or the website every day means that we're going to bump elbows, right? And while I think it's a cool radio bit to be like, oh, I got the big crush on somebody that's famous, so I can tie my fame to their fame, right? And I can just like ride their coattails. Okay, it's not healthy behavior. It's not. It's predatory. It's borderline stalkerish. Like, I mean, it's cool to be like, hey, that chick's cute. I like your body language or whatever, but man, don't. Perseverance isn't always an attractive trait in a human when it's to the detriment of somebody else's energy. So just remember that, man. I don't do no weirdo shit like that. I never have. You ever hear somebody say I did some weirdo shit? Fuck them. I never did no weirdo shit. No worries. So I just want to make it clear that yeah, we're not going to be like making it a regular thing to heap praise upon the president's press secretary, because even though I did do it with Sean Spicer, because I don't know, he was a little handsome guy. And while I did appreciate the same qualities in Mooch, it ain't the same, right? So yeah, maximum respect, Miss Press Secretary. Mrs. Press Secretary, I don't even fucking know. Hey, at least I ain't calling nobody bitches. Shit. Grown a lot. No. Whatever. Let's find one more story that's crazy. Damn, this world is crazy. This shit I just don't even want to share with you guys. I know you're like, but Jesse, isn't that the show? Yeah, but I gotta be. Oh shit. Chris Cuomo. Look, Chris Cuomo always says brother, but it's always to a brown person. Chris Cuomo never says, hey brother, he doesn't even say it to Hulk Hogan. Remember that one time that Chris Cuomo met Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan was the only person saying brother. And when Chris Cuomo meets Don Lemon, he's the only person saying brother. I'm just saying, right? It's not a thing. It's just something I noticed. It's just something I noticed. So I'm gonna bring it up. Then we could run the clip and we could tag Chris Cuomo and we could ride his coattails, just like we were gonna do to Jen Psaki. But instead, it won't be stalkery because Chris Cuomo like isn't a married woman. So that's dope. Let's go. Let's see what else we got. Oh, that's weird. Joanne Hardesty got vaccinated. Yo, props to Joanne Hardesty. That's cool and all. But you know who's my guy? Dave. Dave Hardesty. That's my guy. You guys don't even know Dave. Joanne may be the worst. I'll just tell you a funny story. One time, I've been protesting out in the rain, and her husband, Dave, took me back to their house, right? And I was soaking wet, and I was super hungry, and I was cold, and I was miserable. And he said, hey, Joanne, will you get this young man something to eat? And it was cool, right? She made me the worst microwave nachos with burnt cheese I've ever had in my life. I will leave it at that. My name is Jesse Sponberg. Wherever you're listening, whenever you're listening, you should be tuning in live every day at 10 o'clock. I'm trying to make it as accessible as possible for everybody. You can also listen tonight on gunmusicradio.com. So you can just watch this show all day whenever it sits up all day. And then when that dies, it goes to YouTube. So we're growing. Oh my God, I can't wait to tell you what happens on freaking Friday. I really hope I don't have to hold the news until Monday. Okay, remember, if I don't say Audi 5000, G, then that means I went off the air unexpectedly. So I might have got kidnapped by some monkeys, some CIAs, or the Golden Girls. Who knows? All right, 5,000 G's. We'll see you tomorrow with Dirty Dirty.